we recording right now?
Yeah, it's on.
Hi, Facebook.
Okay, let's see if it's working. How do you know if it's working?
I don't know, but if it's going right now, do I need to...
Yeah, I probably should talk.
Here, how about I look while you talk?
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, there we are.
Yep.
Okay.
Not
So
flattering.
you look good. So, hello Facebook. We are testing the live stream capabilities. We wanted to do YouTube, but we can't do YouTube until we get 1,000 subscribers. So, if you can hunt around and find our YouTube page and get 1,000 of your friends to subscribe, we're up to 2 right now. So,
Me and you.
yeah, so that'd be 0.2% there. Is that right?
Of 1,000?
Yeah, 2 would be 0.2. Maybe 0.02. So, what we wanted to do is we're testing our live stream capability because that's part of our plan for the coronavirus situation. We wanted to update you guys with what our thoughts are on the coronavirus situation and just how Grace is going to handle it. So, where should we start?
This Sunday. Like, kind of the plan this Sunday?
Well, let's start talking about the.
Why would you ask?
It helps me to think things through. So, I think it would be good for us to talk about the coronavirus as a whole.
You do that then, because you've done the...
So, our kids are here right now. I guess they would normally be here at this time on a Friday. But schools are canceled in Ventura ISD from starting Monday until April 10th. So, you know, it's clear that this is a serious issue that's impacting our county, our state, the nation, and the world. I found some really good information on, oh goodness, a website that I've already posted on our Facebook page, Johns Hopkins, and they have a podcast that's really good, and they talk about that it is a serious infection and it can really impact people in older demographics and people with chronic illnesses. It talks about that some kids, it's probably infecting kids as much as adults, but it's not showing up as much in kids. That kids a lot of times are asymptomatic, which is really good news for parents out there. So it seems like this is a flu-like virus, nothing to really panic about. However, it can have some significant impact on people who are vulnerable, people in the older demographic and people with chronic illnesses like heart disease and respiratory disease and diabetes. So we feel like...
So stop buying all the toilet paper.
Stop buying all the toilet paper.
We really do need it. Thank you, Jean, for getting us toilet paper.
Goodness gracious. I did.
Well, let's save it for the people who might actually be quarantined, the older people or the, you know.
We're doing a live video, son.
I'm telling you,
we'll
asking
tell
you
you
when you want to finish
Okay.
it.
We'll tell you.
Thanks, buddy. So, yeah, there's no need to panic, but it is a loving thing to do, and it's a wise thing to do everything we can in our power as individuals and as a society to curb the curve of infection, and that's a loving thing to do for those who are vulnerable. And so I think that a lot of the steps that our government and the world is taking are wise. And there's a great podcast that talks about the differences of 2 similar large cities in China. The first city that the outbreak happened in, that they didn't take some of those steps early enough, and another city that did, and just the effect that it has. If we can take steps to save lives, we should do that.
And I'm grateful to the schools for being proactive about all this, but I also understand that affects the community, the kids that depend on the breakfast and the lunch that's provided by the school and things like that. We want to be here for them. If you don't have breakfast or you don't have lunch, reach out any way possible. We will make sure you have breakfast or lunch.
Yeah, and
or dinner, like.
And small business owners, like, this is going to really affect a lot of people, and this is a great time for the church to step up and be creative and find ways to meet real needs in the name and love of Christ. So that's kind of how Grace Church feels about it. Now, Grace Church, we're a small congregation with a larger meeting space, and so we feel like at this time that it's safe for us to continue our Sunday morning services, safe for our congregation and for our community and our children.
Seriously, Max?
So we will continue to meet for now, unless there's more suggestions or mandates brought up. But we do ask that when you come to church on Sunday, that you are wise, that you distance. They say 6 feet is a good safe distance to stay away from people. Let's try to not do handshakes and hugs. Let's do air fives and sign language. I love you.
We won't have donuts or muffins. We're gonna try to just have coffee, so minimize the hand. I know.
But as you come in, I encourage you, if you don't have hand sanitizer, to go in and wash your hands in our restrooms before you come in, and of course before you touch the coffee maker dispenser thingy.
Just to practice confidence.
Yeah. So that's the plan. If it does, we will start streaming our services. At least here, we're gonna try to make sure we can have a venue to stream with people who may not be on Facebook. But we encourage you, if you're sick, stay home. If you have any symptoms whatsoever, stay home. If you are in a demographic that you don't feel safe out in public, like you're not being ridiculous, feel free to stay home, and we'll try to have this avenue where you can participate in community and in the studies. We're starting a really neat series this Sunday talking about marriage. We'll roll into discussing human sexuality and how humanity works, what's the purpose of humanity. And then after that, we're going to go like 12 to 14 weeks in just how healthy relationships work. So I'm really excited about that, and we'll keep that rolling whether we're meeting live or virtually. Is there anything that I left out?
I don't think so. I feel like it's been longer than what people want us to be. Probably.
Yeah.
I'm a little self-conscious about it.
I just feel like we should keep going. Do you want to get something to eat tonight? Or?
This is what Sunday morning's like, y'all.
So, we love you, whoever you are watching. We're here for you. Let us know how we can serve you, and pray that we'll join you in praying that God would use this horrible thing for His glory, to open people's eyes to His love for us, and to open our eyes to the ways that we can love each other in His name. And may He work to stop this virus in Jesus' name. So, we love you. I think we're going to sign out.
And maybe we'll see you on Sunday, unless you want to watch from Facebook.
And don't sneeze on me. Goodbye. Oh, I got to
Goodbye.
stop it from the phone.
That's why Liam wanted to do it.